Hello and welcome to Baby Got Books, the podcast where we like the books and we cannot lie. I'm Eni.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Jasmine.
And today we are going to heat the rivalry.
Baby got books.
Many people will say, heated rivalry. I thought we were all past that. Some of us have never gone. Some of us have not left. Some of us got now TV accounts just to watch it after they've watched it other ways before.
Some of us stole their friends' now TV accounts to watch it.
And that's okay. And if it isn't, we
live in the same household.
Because we are
Yes.
soul sisters.
We are soul sisters. My friends who I share a household with.
We all literally watch it on the same
community
TV. We
TV.
did all watch it on our same TV that we pay money for, yes.
And TV license for.
Exactly. We're going down a really slippery slope.
Anyways.
When BBC show up at your door,
They come for me.
they say, "Oh well, it's my
And
mess."
be like, well.
It's all
I don't
just.
understand your allegations.
These
Yeah.
are crazy allegations. And we just move on. So guys, I feel this is a generational show. For many people, it was hitting the zeitgeist. For many people, it was grabbing their brain from inside of their skull and shaking things up. They said, oh, I forgot I liked TV. I forgot I liked romance.
Mhm.
And I just feel as though we need to discuss a little bit of why, a little bit of how, and a little bit of what.
Yeah.
First and foremost, a quick summary for the people that live under rocks and do not know. Heated Rivalry is a gay hockey romance. Heavy on the romance, heavy on the gay, light on the hockey. As God intended, yes.
As sports should be.
Exactly as a sports show should be. And it's really fun. It's fun, it's cute. It's romantic. Many people were like, oh, all they see is butts. All they do is have sex. Actually, guys, it's about yearning.
Yeah.
Actually, it's about yearning. And that's what we need to talk about. And also the butts, but mostly the yearning. Okay. And I just feel like a lot of people didn't realize that they were a little bit yearning for yearning. A lot of people didn't realize that there was a gap in the yearnometer.
I feel like many people had realized there was a gap in the channel. I've seen so many people be like, "Bring back yearning."
Unreal, to be fair.
Mhm.
Many of us in the book community, in the
Yeah.
romance enjoyers community, have been looking around going, we need more yearning on the screen. We love a romance book.
Yeah.
Some of us have written a romance book.
Yeah.
But TV shows lately, they've just been a little bit shy. They're a little bit demure. But every single romance we've had out recently, I don't know if you guys have listened to our Rise of the Romance episode, they've been bangers. They've been bangers. Remember One Day? You guys remember One Day?
I remember One Day.
That was a show. And I feel like Heated Rivalry is the same flavor. People want to see a romance. They want to see a situationship that spans 10 years and traumatizes everybody involved, the witnesses, the onlookers, and general population of the earth. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So, to get on to real topics, who is the wildest person that's heard about Heated Rivalry that you've spoken to? Like, have you just spoken to someone and you're like, how do you even know about this?
I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely haven't had anyone outside of the book world talk about it. But in my defense, I spend a lot of time with people in the book world.
Yes, also makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyone at your job?
No.
That is so reasonable.
I don't think it's appropriate.
You would
But
think.
yeah, I don't know what's talking about it.
I have heard about it from two interesting sources. One was a middle-aged data science man.
Okay.
He was like, "Oh, my daughter got me into this show," and I was like, "Which show?" Heated Rivalry, and he was like, "Yeah."
Is he watching it as like an ally? He was like, this reminds me so much of
We'll never know. I didn't actually unpack it, but I was like, okay, you know what? Everybody can love a good yearn.
Yeah,
It sounds
for sure.
smart. It makes sense. And also my work friend who doesn't like most things but does like sports, and who was like, yeah, someone told me it was a sports show, and that was a lie.
But they still loved it.
I think his opinion was, I'm probably not going to finish it, but it was fine.
Okay.
Fair.
I mean,
Which is kind of legit. You know what?
If you go to something expecting sports,
Really?
2 seconds with them on the ice and then just butts.
Yeah, the sports were a state of mind, which again, I think was a right amount of sports.
Conceptually, if anything, it was more about like the marketing side.
Truly, I was actually more invested in them going to like the photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly the romances.
Yeah.
I think this is my thing with sports dramas that I've watched, because I've watched a fair few. I just find it so interesting to see like how they have to like that side of it where it's like how they stay ahead, how they become like the hockey player, like all the sponsorships, all the talks, all the presenting at awards, such an interesting side.
Having to be in the scene, having to go to the ceremony, having to smile even though you got drafted second, and it's everything that you were waiting for. It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah. Carrot pants to your face.
I wanted to discuss favorites, even though I know you guys get scared and jump scared and appalled when it comes to favoritism. But of the past that you watched so far, who was your favorite character and why? Start with you.
Why would you start with me?
I'll start with you.
Why don't you start?
My favorite character was, and you'll never have guessed this, it was Shane Hollander.
Yeah.
I just really love that guy. He's just a baby. He's only 3 apples old, 7 minutes of age. But he's also a little freak, and I really respect that. That's not a duality we don't get often, you know?
Yeah.
And he's also autistic, and I think that's beautiful representation for autistic people who are also chaotic and unruly and thriving.
Yeah.
He's the best in the game. He's also just a little guy. And I thought we need more of those characters in this life.
I have been loving Shane.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm quite... So the thing about me, I'll adopt any underdog. I see an underdog. I see someone that seems shy and timid and a little bit pathetic. And I'm like, let's take you under my wings together.
It's happened.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy underdog. I actually think that, also surprisingly, my favorite character was Ilya.
So true.
I did love Shane. He was my little baby. But Ilya had like a bit more depth to him. Like he had like a sadder backstory and stuff. But like he was overcoming it, and you can like see he was like a bit of a dick. But like the more you learn about him, it's like, oh, I see why you're like that.
Yeah.
And he was funny.
He's so funny. He's so funny at every time.
He is very funny.
I feel as though I have a lot of favorite moments, but one of my favorite moments was when he was like, "Oh, so when did they tell you I'm going to be on this campaign?"
Yeah.
Shane was like, "Oh yeah, it's like a couple of days ago. What about you?" And he was like, "Oh, they didn't have to tell me. I suggested it. I put this together. I don't know. Actually, they invited you because I asked you." Oh,
I love that.
Cut to a scene later.
Immediately.
That was actually kind of given credit.
Premeditated crime. I said this can't be allowed.
This is illegal. If it hadn't happened by chance, but you actually set up this whole meeting,
the whole situation to be like, now
in front of my family,
together. Let me just double check what's going on.
Literally.
Greatest hits from that scene, other than the butts included. How long?
Aggressively. The arm movements were long. 1 second down.
Why is your shoulder moving that much? What's happening?
Oh, so also. So on this,
on the same topic.
Yeah, on the same topic. There is a scene later where they're like talking, and he's like, "How many girls do you want? Like, how many points do you want to score?" And then he's like, "Oh, also 9." She was like 9. Right? It's like this can't go up on the internet. One for every inch. I can't finish the sentence. You understand?
Something that really makes me laugh about this is the fact that it's apparently period piece.
What do you mean it's a period piece?
It's set in the early 2000s to the mid 2010s.
So I'm seeing this happen more and more, and I'm getting really upset about it because we can't stop calling things that are set in the 2000s period pieces. They tried to do this with a movie that came out a couple years ago, and it was all like 2010, and I was like, that's not a period piece.
But guys, it's a period piece. No, because when you look at the way they're sexting, it's so dated. It's so 2008. The BlackBerry,
this is like,
emojis.
It's on Amazon Prime. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's the show that is basically adults, but not. They came out at the same time, and it's like set at uni. What is it called?
Oh, you mean you're accredited?
Yes.
Tumbleweed.
Wow.
I guess we'll never know.
But anyway, that show, you know the one? That's also like, I watched it like it came out like now, but then like they all have flip phones. And it's like 90s, they all have flip phones, which I didn't realize until my second rewatch. And like Charlie XCX is on it for an episode and she sings Boom Clap. It's like,
Dated.
it really, yeah.
That's a period.
That was very piece. What is it called? I'm gonna look up Benito Skills because he's the star of it. Benito. Someone is listening to this and they are like screaming. Yes. Overcompensating. Yeah, those, you should watch it.
I'll come back to it.
Your good friend. I can't remember his name. Owen Theo.
Oh my god, Owen Theo! I love him.
He doesn't.
He's so good in adults.
Unless he's been cancelled.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
But I will say the really good interview with Connor Story, who plays Ilya.
There we
We're
go.
gonna have to discuss the actors, but we'll come back.
Oh
to that
yeah,
later.
yeah. No, we do need to discuss
Much to
that.
think about.
Yeah.
Much to say.
Yeah.
But let's keep talking about the book. And sorry,
The
show. I mean, it's also a book. This is a fun thing to delve into. It was adapted from a book, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, film adaptations. They're not really feeling. They're not really sold. TV show adaptations, whatever." I think this was one of the perfect adaptations.
Really?
I haven't read the book in full yet, but I was reading it and I was like, "Yeah,
Same thing.
excellent."
Even just watching it, it had the vibes of like a seriously spicy, but like a spicy YA novel. Like,
Yeah.
it felt very nostalgic to me. It felt like
Yes.
books that are spicier than, but like books that I would read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It
That's
felt
the
like a
guy.
romance. A
But it
classic
did. It
romance.
felt like a classic romance. I loved it.
And that's what's so good about it. And I feel as though it's that feeling of like, there's been a lot of these adaptations recently, and either it's a movie or whether it's a film. Do we think TV shows are better when they're based on books?
I think you get some bangers either way, but I do think book adaptations or TV shows do tend to like amass a cult following very quickly. Or like TV adaptations of books was how I was supposed to say. But yeah,
Yes.
they tend to amass a following for like you look at like Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Again, Heated Rivalry. There's like a few that have like really taken off. Some I didn't even know were based on books when they happened. And I just think there's just something in the books.
There's something about it.
I think can be quite hit or miss though, because I feel like there's something in the books, and especially like when it's a well-loved book, the show will usually do well. And yeah, I think they have been doing really well recently, which I like. But also, I feel like sometimes it can be a bit limiting, where like if the writer for the show does not have the same kind of creative vision, once the storyline in the book is done, they're kind of they don't know what to do.
They're just freestyling.
They're either following it directly or like going wildly off script in a way that like is not relevant to the book. But yeah.
Could about so many things. Game of Thrones haunting people's nightmares.
Yeah.
But you know what? We can't even be mad.
No one has time in the day to talk about that. Not in this podcast.
But yeah. So I think it's very fun, and I feel like we've been discussing fanfiction a lot recently. But Rachel Reid, who is the author of Heated Rivalry, it's not that she necessarily started as fan fiction, but it did have some of the flavors, and she did used to write fan fiction.
It did have the flavors.
It did have the flavors, and there's also the element of there are what she did say, like it's confirmed, is that it's based on a real hockey player rivalry.
Oh,
Another great tidbit. I know way too much about the behind the scenes of this.
yes.
Another great tidbit. Sidney Crosby is like one of the greatest hockey players in the world, and he has like a famous rivalry with this Russian guy called I'm not getting that's a different one. Ovechkin. And they've been having beef. They've been on rival teams, and she said explicitly, "Yeah, that's the vibe. That is exactly the vibe she was going for."
Wow.
Yeah. And so what I think this brings us back to is something we discussed really briefly with Georgia Stone, which is that sometimes it's okay to write real people fiction so long as it's not about the real people and you're just taking the dynamics that enchant you.
Yeah, I feel like seeing a rivalry and being like, this would be a great plot for a book. It's really valid. It's really valid.
And that's why whenever people go, "Oh, these girls are like One Direction, write fan fiction, they're crazy," what you have to ask yourself is this: maybe girls can just have interests, and it can create beautiful art.
And just because you don't see the vision doesn't mean it's not.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to see the vision past the, is that allowed? And that's where beauty can happen.
So true.
But yeah. So Another topic, a hot topic that I don't even think should be hot. People keep getting confused that this gay romance is so appealing to women, and I'm of the firm opinion that no one should be surprised.
No.
It makes sense, right?
I just think in general, and this is a thing that comes up across the diversity of publishing and reading in general.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to be the same as the characters of something to be able to relate to the theme.
Yes.
Very much.
And situation.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't I not enjoy a romance just because it's two boys having a romance?
Yeah, actually.
It's about like love and yearning and rivalry, which are all very common themes that people can understand, no matter
And you don't have to put yourself into it as well. I think that's if people are like putting themselves into the situation. No, it's
yeah, sometimes you can step back and watch something that doesn't apply to you, but still it's interesting that you can still pull things from.
Exactly. Sometimes you're allowed to like fiction from the cuck chair, and that's okay.
That was
yeah, I wouldn't even get into that.
fiction from
I need that right.
And it makes sense.
Oh yes,
Thank you. But yeah, there's so many reasons that it's like there's no reason to question this. The things I was thinking about, like, first of all, the audience for most romance is women.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, the audience for most romance is women. Women just like romances. And again, people that are into the themes of romance are not going to be like, oh, I could possibly read that romance.
They're not limiting themselves to that.
There's so many different types of tropes and flavors of romance because all the different elements of it can be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing, and it's something that I've seen like just being discussed in the discourses, people are like, sometimes as a straight woman, it's nice to read a romance where you don't feel like you have to kind of insert yourself into the woman character. And there's this woman that's doing all the emotional labor, she's doing all the communication and all of these different elements that can be really common in straight romances. It's like they're not really common in straight relationships. And
that was really cool. Yeah, because it's like in the show, it's not like one of them was feeling like the stereotypically female role. It's two boys to men. Just falling in love over time.
Exactly. And again, not to bring it back to the cuck chair, but sometimes you do just want to see two hot people having a good time. And you're like, I love that for them.
And on that note, actually, one of my thoughts when I was watching it, I was just like, oh, damn, we really do be reading just like porn in public.
Well, yeah.
Because I talk about usually, I'm just like, oh, that's just a bit smutty.
It's like spice.
When you see it on the screen, think back to it in the book, you're like, oh.
No, that's exact bar for bar. That's what she was describing with that paragraph.
Yeah.
And
I felt it, but now I feel it.
Yeah. Truly. The audio-visual experience of a smut book. Wow. Much to think about.
Insane.
Much to think about.
In a book, it makes sense because it's just helping you visualize.
Yeah.
When it's right in front of your face, you're like, okay.
Right in front of my salad?
That's actually the most relevant that new person.
So chicken jinkies. It's a good time. It is a good time.
Yeah, so my first experience was watching much like this. Not to reduce the show to just a sexual box, because it genuinely is like a great show outside of that. But like, and including that, but like, and my first experience was that I tried to watch it while I was like doing a bunch of work, and I was like, oh, I'll just throw it on in the background. I look away, I'm type, and all I hear is intense, heavy breathing.
Just the heaviest.
But now it's like, now what? Now we weren't even at the sex yet. We're in
it's like
well before the sex.
That was so intense. I was like, why are you doing it? Like 5 minutes worth of just
you was like
waiting on advice.
I looked over, I said, oh, this is not a show I can watch while I do other things.
No, at all.
I actually have to lock in.
You did have to lock in.
Yeah.
Because they were doing it a lot. Just posted up in that gym for hours. I was like, that's her place to be.
Yeah.
Just pass the water bottle back and forth.
Literally. Also, sorry, side note, I don't know if it's just a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole sharing of the water bottle.
Well, yes.
I cannot think of anything like if you need to have water and you don't have any available, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing a water bottle mid exercise just feels
sweaty
bottle. Not even water. The water's probably like room temperature.
It's hot in there.
Spicy water. There's probably backwash because you're.
You know that's backwash.
You let me your life into the forest.
Your panty in the water.
I'm saying your breath is in the water.
Yeah. No.
Unfortunately, I believe that they enjoyed that.
No, I'm sure a lot.
They were into
I'm
it.
sure for me, I was just like, oh,
They were like,
it's not good.
Is that seasoning?
Oh,
Truly.
okay. Next topic.
Next topic immediately.
Next, please.
I do find it really funny that everybody talks about this show being super explicit and the sex scenes being like gratuitous. First and foremost, the sex scenes are actually really important story. Second and foremost, gratuity is not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Third and third most, we've all been enjoying Bridgerton.
We have been.
Okay.
And honestly, I think the sex scenes in this were not even that bad. Like,
Literally.
of the initial couple, it was more just like a slight montage.
Exactly.
A little clip here with some movement.
Yeah.
We're not like hearing and seeing everything like that. I think
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, that's very fair. So my whole thing with Bridgerton, I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Season 1, I never thought it was that bad. And then I remember talking about it to someone, they were like, oh yeah, it's like, it's good, but it's just like a lot sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
the sex scenes are a bit intense. And I was like,
Okay.
are they? Like, I didn't even notice. And they were like, what are you doing in the bedroom? And I was like, no, I just don't think they were that deep.
It wasn't
I
that
didn't think it was
bad.
actually. I think that some of them were just in there for horniness sake.
Oh yeah, but
Which
also
is again
even
valid.
then, even then, they'd be like fun little scenes. You get some
Yeah.
good tension, but it was never like, oh my god, I'm watching porn.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They say, well, most times fully clothed. I'm just seeing like a booty.
yeah,
Complete.
you're just seeing like some good face expression.
Yeah. You're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I'm
some
having
breathing.
fun.
Yeah.
Classical music.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
My limbs are going like, oh, I'm cute.
Yeah.
Many people are shook and shaken, and I'm like, you know what, everybody? Maybe we should just buy
We're
it.
actually
Yeah.
good 4 or 5 seasons deep now. You know we're getting into it.
Truly.
Take it or leave it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's really fine.
Right. But I think there's a weird conflict where on the one hand I feel like Bridgerton paved the way for people to get more into like smutty romances. But at the same time people think that Heated Rivalry is so smutty and it's just because it's two guys.
I think
I literally
that's
two guys as adding to
Yeah.
Yeah. People are
They're
like,
not used to
whoa, it can be soon all this.
I was actually kind
What
of
is-
surprised with how like sensual it was.
Yeah.
Very
It's
sensual.
very
It felt
romantic.
very tender.
It's very tender.
Yeah.
They're having a cute tender time. They're falling in love.
Yeah. I do think they had it.
Genuinely. Which actually was on to my next question, which is who do you think fell first and / or harder?
I think that
Mhm.
Hudson fell first.
Hudson.
Whose name is what is his name?
Shade.
Shade fell first. Ilya fell harder.
I would
Okay.
say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, so full confession, I have friendship.
Yo,
my
job.
I told you I can't. Okay, the thing, I'm a busy girl, and I can't watch it in the background,
Really can't.
so I have to lock in. Do you think I've had time to lock in to watch
Not a
TV?
single piece. Not a
No.
single piece.
But yeah, I think it's something you can predict from the beginning because it's
Yeah.
like you see their two dynamics. You're
Yeah.
like, you're obviously going to be the first one to fall in love.
Well,
You're-
yes.
It's going to hit you harder.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to be intense.
You feel
And I can't wait. It's going to be delicious.
It was great. And it was delicious. And when you finally finish the show, you'll see the
I
deliciousness.
know.
You will see the deliciousness, and then it will just.
Yeah. 6
The
light
ending with a
episodes.
jump scare.
I said, oh,
I was in my mind. I was thinking at least 8. I was like,
No.
oh, so nice. Come and see what happens next.
Credits roll.
We need to
For 5 years.
Years of credits. Years of credits.
Guys, we need to stop the networks.
We need
First it was 13, now it's 8, and now they're trying to bring it to 6. Guys, we're gonna not be 2 episode seasons. Suddenly they're gonna be turning around 30-minute movies.
No.
Like, actually,
No, the movie's getting longer, actually.
no, but I mean they're gonna have a series. And it's going to be 1 30-minute episode. They're going to tell us it's a mini movie.
No!
What's this Netflix limited series or something?
We can't
It's gonna be a
get away
limited
from
movie.
that. Let's please.
Making a short, it's a limited movie.
I was watching it with my flatmate and it came to the credits. She said, what? When's the next episode?
Do you know what I mean? The credits kept going. I was seeing it up next. Skip next episode.
No. The full casting crew was getting on that page. I said, oh, we're still... Oh.
Me holding out hope, watching the whole credits. I mean,
Yeah.
spoil them,
Yeah,
but-
of course, but Yeah. My controversial opinion is actually that Ilya fell first and harder.
Ooh.
Fair.
To be fair, it did feel like he was kind of hunting him down from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's also notoriously a man war, and I feel like his main motivation with the hunt down was just like, oh, I found that guy hot.
Yeah.
That's valid.
But I feel as though that changed really quickly because I think partly because Ilya's more comfortable with the sexuality.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas I felt Shane was going on journeys. Shane was like,
very comfortable with himself.
what are these feelings? Maybe that's just romance, I guess this guy's really hot and everything, but maybe I just really admire him. Then he was like, I feel like I just encountered a feeling and I'm gonna stop that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're like, do you wanna tuna melt? Would you like to maybe do tuna melts? Shane. And Shane was like, why did you say that? Back to the tuna melt, yes.
All of my just rambling
yeah.
What's the word? Unrelated.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy tuna. I'm sure it's gonna have a tuna melt and then be back in my bed.
Oh, they was the stinkiest, nastiest cheesy tuna. Cheesy tuna? Cheesy tuna?
Not even just cheesy tuna, hot cheesy
Hot,
tuna.
greasy, cheesy tuna. With a side of ginger ale. Because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Actually dying full. They were just having a great time out there. And I said, wow, you guys are great for me. They're so in love. Who would you have a greasy, cheesy tuna melt for if not the love of your life?
It's very true. Very true.
But
straight from God.
Truly. Straight from God. We were never in the light. That was never the point.
Yeah, not incest.
I know you've already seen some of the episodes, but what was your favourite?
Of the three, they have
of the two that you have.
See, of the two. To be fair, that's half a season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've got like 10 minutes left of the third episode.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Probably episode 2. Because episode 1 I was still getting into it.
Real fair.
Episode 2 I was like, this is it. But wait, is episode 2 the one where they're on stage presenting an award together?
That might have been episode 1.
That might have been episode 1.
So much. I know it was
every episode.
Episode 1 had so much shit.
Then maybe it was episode 1.
I think the award was episode 2. No,
whatever episode,
episode 2.
Whatever episode that was, I enjoyed that.
Presenting when like
Yeah.
Because the first one,
because they had the sit down one in the first episode. Attention feet.
Yeah.
Then they did the like picture thing. And he was like, why did you air me?
Yeah.
And he was like, because I wanted to. Chin was like, okay. I rumbled. Rumbled. Tears in his eyes. I rumbled. I said, wow, stand up. Yeah.
That was my favorite episode.
That's the only point for Shane fell first because he was weak in the knees.
He was
The
fighting for his life.
man crumbled. Do you think that what happened in that shower in season 1? And you're gonna crumble the way that he crumbled instantly.
It was kind of reasonable. I'm not saying it makes sense, but wow. Stand up.
The guy low-key fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
Listen, from the time that he walked up to him and made the introduction.
Hi. You're great.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He already was so much. You're right. Maybe he did fall first. Well.
Oh.
Crystal.
It's as if it was a movie in my brain. The only episode that I can recall as its own episode is the third one because it's different people.
Yeah.
Everything else is one thing.
But which is your favorite?
She doesn't know.
Start thinking about your favorite memories. I'll go first. Obviously, it's a cottage. Spiritually, it's always a cottage. But my favorite chunk is the club scene in episode 4 because that was evil.
It was evil one. Cut. Every single angle, every single scene that they clipped into this.
Insane.
Did not need.
From the
I didn't need
beginning,
it. It remade the show.
it was so good. To spoil you, After Tuna Milkgate, Shane walks away.
Because he's like, I'm catching feelings.
Catching
I'm
feelings.
getting too serious.
Ilya's there like, wow, I called him his first name one time and he was done with
He
me.
ran.
Next thing you know, Ilya's getting shown a picture of Shane dating the most famous woman in town.
Of course.
It's the equivalent of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's in the gym, he's mad as hell, he stops his toe because they're showing him the video in HD.
Not the time.
He's shook. He's fuming. He's in witness protection. It was a minor injury. But he was in witness protection for the rest of that episode.
Yeah.
It comes to, they're in like, I think either Montreal or Boston. I don't really remember. I think it must have been Boston. I don't really care. And he's like looking in the mirror just miserable after that game. Looking angry as hell. Looked like he wanted to bash his head into that glass. He goes, I need to go out. His friend is like, bro, what the hell? He's like,
You get laid. Tell people.
Find a club.
Wow.
I'd be mad as hell about the whole situation. They find a club. They tell people fuck. Really, truly. He said, find the collection. It was so funny. He was like, I don't care if we don't have plans. We got plans now. They turn up to the club. He's trying to. It's so evil.
So he's at the club to distract himself from Shane, who now has a girlfriend.
Shane has a girlfriend, who's really fun and delightful, of course.
Yeah.
He's posted up at the bar, looking miserable. He looks to the side. He sees one guy. He recognizes the guy as one of Shane's two friends. The girl, the actor's friend. He goes, oh. He starts looking around the club. They're playing all the things she said.
This is the old He's
looking around. He's looking around. His eyes are twitching across the crowd. He glimpses Shane. You can see death in his eyes. Turns back around, begging for that drink. He said, please, guzzling it, fury. And then he rage baits Shane by dancing on some other woman, biting up her ear, rubbing her titty in the club. Now Shane's triggered because in fact she knows he never felt out love with him.
Of course.
Shane, in fact, leaves his girl.
Shane
even stand in his eye line.
Yeah. Focusing up in his eye line. Just
this is insane.
It was insane.
We're cutting to different scenes. We're cutting forward. We're cutting back.
Yeah.
Sex scenes.
Yeah.
Sex scenes. No.
Yeah.
Someone is.
I love a
then
little bit
it gets
of jealous. Yeah.
Shane's hooking up with his girlfriend, but all he can think about is Ilya. Ilya's
Right,
not
he
hooking
didn't
up with
shower.
anyone, but all he can think about is Shane.
Yeah.
And now they're looking at us in the camera, and I'm
Yes,
why I'm
there's so much eye contact.
It's so loud.
The eye contact was too much.
It's crazy. 10-10 for more.
I'm excited.
That episode is so fun.
I'm ready.
Again, a lot of it is just like, oh, look, Shane dating people. That's nice. Oh, Shane's having a good time. Ilya's dying. Ilya's suffering. The wrenches.
Okay.
Great
I
episode.
thought.
Oh, what are you thinking?
I have two.
Yeah.
Ooh, one was just a really beautiful but sad moment, which was when Ilya goes back to Russia because XYZ, and he calls Shane from that tunnel, and he's like talking to him about how everything's too much, and like he's like, no, okay, and then he's like, he's like too stressed to talk about English, and she's like, tell me in Russian, all this and that. And he says like a whole speech in Russian. It's so cute. He like talks about like his family drama and stuff, and now he has no one apart from his friend. And then that's actually when he first admits to Shane that he loves him, but he's a bit Russian. But I was just really like,
oh my gosh, that's heart wrenching. Because he was having a terrible time.
He was having a terrible time.
Again, more spoilers. His dad died. His
That's
dad
a spoiler that I was trying not to do.
died. Sorry, his dad was son to die, so he's He's also supporting everyone's lifestyle.
He's supporting his whole family.
His brother sucks. And he's like, oh, what are you gonna do now? You could give me more money, blah, blah, blah. You're already here because you should have been here looking after your dad. He was like, I was working. Literally.
I pay your bills.
Literally the whole of the bills. And then he's yelling, and then Ilya's friend comes along, and she's like, girl, you need to relax. Like,
Sorry.
just next door.
Have you not met
Svetlana?
She was in the first
I'm not gonna lie.
episode. She was in the first episode.
She
when
was. You will.
Ilya has sex with a girl.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That's Fella.
Yeah, that's funny. That's friends. Thanks, friends. The other part I want to discuss was the actors, actually. Because did you know that Connor Story learned Russian for this show?
Yes. And I think
I
that's
thought
so cool.
American as hell.
I know.
American as hell.
shook me.
I hadn't seen it. I was like, who's that? Where's the Russian they had for the show? Everyone thought he was Russian. Russian people thought he was
Really?
Russian. Yeah.
Oh,
Episodes where it's like,
I saw more about them before I saw the show.
That's kind of real. But like everyone apparently he kept telling stories about how like everyone on the set like they have Russian extras and then people were talking to him in Russian and then Svetlana who actually speaks Russian was like, yeah, he doesn't speak he's not Russian, he just learned the words and the accent. And then
his accent,
like,
well, to be fair, I don't encounter Russian people.
True.
I think it was good.
His accent seemed good.
It was distinct and it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing where like across the episodes you can kind of sense that he's like getting better at English.
Yeah.
And I was like, how is he doing this? He didn't even film it in order.
I love that.
Much to think about. Hudson did a podcast where he was like, they broke the ice by working out how to put on the
thing that comes
nuts sock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, talked about that multiple times actually. Also in Jimmy Fallon. I don't know why the nuts sock's gotten so much airtime, but I guess we'll know about it now.
It was like that season of Bridgerton, the best season. Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
And like I saw so many interviews where they were talking about how they had like a deflated like netball in between them during the sex scene. I know so much about this deflated netball.
What's back to the house?
Listen,
I think
It's the way they were.
like,
well, I'm sure
I saw his cheeks clapping.
the movements.
They were boom, boom,
It was
boom. Like,
crazy.
this is like the point of the like
the balls,
the
the
long straps and the like the balls and the like the socks they wear. Like they have a lot of stuff that's like even if you do get hard, the person you're with won't feel it.
They don't feel it.
It's like a whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of the eye contact is for those scenes. I don't know how they're the strongest soldiers because me personally I've been like, so what are we?
Yeah.
What are we? Because we're not walking away from this normal.
I do think this sometimes. Like I know that actors is their job, blah blah blah. But it's like the same way you go into work and you talk to your colleagues enough where sometimes you will consider them friends.
Yeah.
They're doing all that and then kissing.
You make it out. Every
Also,
every
they know they're acting, but there's like a whole thing where like in certain situations your brain like you do something enough, your brain doesn't really process the difference.
Brother,
between
you
what's
could
real
not
and
have
what's
your
fake.
eyes
Like,
closed.
yeah.
Mouth up in someone's mouth.
Yeah.
Time passing. Someone's tongue is in your mouth and you're going, la 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 la. No! There's tongue in there.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how they do that.
I'm at the inner and out.
Literally. So again, we're finishing filming and I'm going, so what are we?
Yeah.
What's happening here? This is
Would you like to come to my cottage?
Right, truly.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the cottage. Honestly, there's nothing to say about the fact that it's really cute and delightful.
Yeah.
And they did a really good coming out scene for Shane.
Oh,
And it was very well handled and it was very wholesome.
that's adorable.
Even though his characters aren't perfect people, there was a lot of acceptance and beauty in there.
Cute.
I have a lot of opinions on this momager.
Yeah.
I feel like she obviously loves him, she obviously supports him. But for one of her first questions to be, did you ever let him win?
Yeah, insane.
Insane.
What about your son?
Insane. That's your son. That's your son, and you're asking if you ever let him win. Mind you, she knows Shane is worked so hard, so competitive. Diabolical. Another worst hit from her was when Lena was like, yeah, I'll move to Ottawa with some flop team so that I can be 2 hours away from Shane instead of in a different country. And she goes, wow, no loyalty to Boston?
That was insane work. I said, Bibs.
I said, what? And she goes, loyalty is important. And Shane has to go, he's loyal to me. He's being loyal to me. I said, what the hell?
Mama just a sister.
Truly did the most. And then the greatest hit was when she was like, all right, so I've thought about which brands we can use for you to come out with.
Yeah.
I think we can get a Rolex and a rainbow.
She was inspired by
That was actually her best one.
That was hilarious, actually.
So yeah, there was a lot of journeys, there was a lot of ups and downs, but I think it was very cute.
It's a beautiful story. Also, before going into it, I had no idea that it was set over like the span of like over 10 years.
Years.
Yeah.
Because I think it's He's and Ha, and then why does 2 years happen?
Yeah, I'm seeing the years
Time
go
to-
by and like months.
time
I'm like,
to-
what?
Yeah.
Literally.
I
Time
was
to
trapped.
crazy work. I was
The
like,
time
oh,
was
so it's been years,
insane.
and you just haven't hooked up in 2 years. Oh, but you're back to it now.
I'll see you next season.
See you next season.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I was like, wait, what's happening?
What's going on here?
And it makes sense in terms of like the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so many times we'll see the same teams play
Yeah.
against each other in a
And they live in
season.
different
But
countries.
still, I was like,
Oh, you're just gonna not see each other.
yeah.
You're just gonna not even, you're not gonna text. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There is gonna be a season 2, and there is gonna be a season 3.
Oh,
Yes.
What storyline is it for?
I'll tell you the whole thing. The
Okay.
series before publication, for the show was 6 books. The first book was Game Changers,
Yeah.
which is about Spot and Kip,
Yes.
which is why they had the little.
Yeah.
It's not a bottle
It's
episode.
very-
It's not a bottle episode.
It's very
very
vibes
story.
to it.
Yes,
But
exactly.
yeah, it's
a lot of
annoying.
time in that apartment.
Yeah.
So they had their not quite bottle episode where you were like, oh, where are the characters I thought we were following? Because they provide a lot of context.
It felt like, back in the day when shows used to have backup pilot.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're trying to launch a new show
Yeah,
with
the
right characters.
Yeah.
So they give you an episode that's related to a niche character you really care about.
Yeah.
Because they're hoping people will like it. Yeah. They're hoping people will like it and they'll get a show out of it. It felt very that.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. But no, the next season is going to follow Shane and Ilya because they have, in the series of 6 books.
Yeah.
There's book 2, but they also have book 6, which is called The Long Game.
Oh.
And book 3, 4, 5 follow other couples. I think at least 2 or 3 of the players are.
So when it comes out that everyone in the hockey league is gay.
Everyone
3 team captains.
I'm telling you right now, Ilya's team, the Ottawa Centers, like he joins. He's out here like, you're gay, you're alive. He's in every single book in the series.
That's how we
Just doing up fairy godmother. Just doing up. I think you need to get with that guy. I think that guy's gay. I think you should go for
I do
him.
feel like someone could do this as well.
Honestly, we need that.
Like someone could do this.
Someone needs to someone that knows about football needs to lock in and do this because the Lions are really, they're loud and proud right now.
Yeah.
And I think it would be so fun.
I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
I really feel like it's the rise of the sports romance. It's the rise.
Oh,
of
it genuinely is. Like the publishing world is saying the same
It's
thing as well.
Yes.
Like sports romance is really where it's at.
It's up and it's out. And also, I think that some of us have been new because I don't know if you guys were there for the sports anime.
I know
You were not.
Yeah, I was.
Aggressive.
Yeah, I was in it. I was locked in. It was so good. I
I
was learning about volleyball. It was so fun. I don't care. Everybody should watch that show.
My only sports shows are like. Okay.
Yeah, it still counts. It still counts. Do you have any sports shows?
I was really into Make It Till You Break It, but no one has ever seen. Very niche.
Yeah.
It was it's a gymnastics sports show.
That sounds real. What was that ballet show you got me
The Dance Academy.
Dance Academy!
I rewatch that on a regular basis. I actually rewatch that like 3 months ago. Yeah, I did dance. I did multiple dance shows actually. A lot of gymnastics. I just watched there was like a new Netflix ice skating show.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
So I
I
like Finding Her Air.
Yeah.
Finding Her Air.
Yeah.
I just watched that. They've just been renewed for season 2.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
watched
watched
that.
it
Yeah,
yet,
watched
but-
that. Someone reminded me.
Yeah.
But
I was like, oh, I love the Ice Princess.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Genuinely, I think there's something about including like the intensity of sports that just really lends itself to the intensity of romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand in hand.
They definitely do. I think they both have like their own tensions and they bring
Yeah.
them together and you guys have fun.
Yeah, high energy show.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, everyone should watch IQ. There was also before this there was sports anime that was about ice skating. The ice skating anime was called Yuri on Ice.
I
remember
remember
those. Yeah, Yuri on
But,
Ice.
yeah, a banger. And never got a season 2 production.
Oh,
So sad to this day. But it was really good and it was really cute and really romantic. But I realized it's time for us to wrap this episode up
Yeah.
because we could talk for 7 hours, but I guess we'll just have to save it for our season 2 episode when season 2 comes out.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we'll be thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give ourselves loads of time.
Exactly. Because there's just so much I want to say about what I know is going to come up in the next season.
I think we should, we'll do a little bonus episode on that.
Yeah. Okay, we've been Baby Got Books. Thank you for joining us. You can find us on social media on Instagram or TikTok at Baby Got Books Pod. We've been Hee, we've been Half an Hour, and we'll have another episode next Thursday because we come out every week. Our next episode is going to be about something really cool, and you'll know it when you see it.
Available on podcast.
They're available on all podcast platforms, so you might as well just be subscribed and then you'll know.
If you want to talk with your friends like this, they should also watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell a friend, tell a foe, tell your enemy at work who you kind of low-key are into and have a little bit of a heated rivalry with them. You know? And that's about it for now. So let's sing it out, everybody. I'll go that way around. Bye.
Well done.